Hi, my name is Beatrix. I would like to welcome you to this webinar by Limitless. This session will be looking at the chat customer service experience. What elements would you expect to see in a 5-star customer experience? Some of our elite group have provided their thoughts on this topic. Be quick to engage. Provide standard template introduction. Be clear on the issue. Read the customer response carefully. Keep the response simple and precise. Break complex issues down into smaller items. And finally, always end the chat on a high note. Here we have some examples of how the elite group attain their perfect ratings. We will give you our contact details at the end of the session if you have any other suggestions. Now, we will go into more detail on some of these areas. Customers should not be waiting once the task has been accepted. Accepting a task means you are ready to start helping the customer. A fifth of all customers rates a long wait time as the most frustrating part of the live chat session. I want you to imagine a customer is having a bad day or needs urgent help. It would not be a good start if they had to wait for you. Always try to engage with the customer within 20 seconds. Always use the correct introduction, which can be found in the knowledge library. Store this as a template to avoid unnecessary typing and ensure consistent delivery. Using the template will also give you some time to review the blue box at the top of the Rave window to start gathering information about the customer issue. The introduction should always include the case number, rejoin link, and if required, the translation disclaimer. Customers are contacting us to provide expert advice. They will often only be able to describe the symptom and not the cause. If the subject is not very clear or needs elaboration, then you will need to probe for more information. If the probing is not done correctly, or if incorrect assumptions have been made, the chat will be extended and create a frustrating experience for the customer. It is always best to ask questions than making assumptions that take the chat in the wrong direction. Once you think you have gathered all the information, recap to the customer what you believe the issue to be, to ensure that you are resolving the correct issue. When the customer has provided an answer to your question or prompts, please read the response carefully. Take your time to consider your next statement. Acknowledge the customer information they provided and act on it. Ensure that you are responding appropriately, accurately, and professionally. Proofread your response to ensure it makes sense, keeping it simple and precise. If you need time to research or compose your next statement, let the customer know. But do not leave the customer unattended for more than 1 to 2 minutes. When you are dealing with a complex issue, and the resolution involves many steps, please be mindful of the customer and their ability to comprehend instructions. Sharing links to support documents that are available are always helpful, but the best customer experience is to guide the customer through the proposed resolution. Do not leave the customer to try and work through these alone. I would always recommend not to provide a large number of tasks in a single instruction. Break this down into small bite-sized chunks that the customer can work on and then be able to take your next instruction. After each task, confirm with the customer that it has achieved the desired outcome before moving on to the next task. Do not respond with a single word or sentence. Qualify your instructions by providing explanation why this is required to be done and the required outcome. And finally, when closing a case, remember that this is the last memory the customer will have of your interaction. Avoid abrupt closing statements. Always verify that issue established during probing has been resolved. If not resolved, ensure the customer understands the next steps that they will need to take. Check that they have no more questions. Recap how you have assisted them. Inform the customer that a transcript will be sent to the registered email account as a reference point. Send the case closing statement that can be found in the knowledge library. And thank the customer for their time. Well, I hope you found this interesting and maybe learnt a few things. I would love to hear your thoughts and suggestions for further topics. Please contact me via the app. Thanks for watching.